Hey guys, in this episode, Mr. Jones goes to Washington, or as they say back in Kentucky, Washington. This is the NAC Corner. Cue the music! Welcome back to episode 3 of the NAC Corner, and I am Paul Jones, your NAC chair, and you can tell I am out in the field, so this is going to be a little different episode than normal. No tripod, no office, no desk, but I do have about 87% humidity and about 95 degrees here in Washington, D.C. So show you quickly where I am. So nothing too exciting to see just yet. Just got off the metro, and I am headed to Capitol Hill for the International Franchise Association Franchise Action Network meeting. They call it FAN. Okay, so all right, now we're out here where we can breathe and see. I'll show you guys around just a little bit. Here is the National Mall, and that big building up there, of course, is the U.S. Capitol, and that's where we're headed. So let's talk about that. For quite a while now, I've been talking to you guys about finding your why, your purpose, your cause, what gets you up in the morning. But when you think about franchising specifically, why did you choose that over, going out and starting your own home care company in your market? You could have, but you didn't. And if you're like me, the reason you did that is because I believe the power of working together and collaboration, we really are greater than the sum total of our parts. And so that's why Renee and I chose to become part of the First Light family. And that's been our experience. We've gotten support, we've gotten encouragement, we've gotten systems, we've had the opportunity to participate in helping to build some of those systems to make things better for everyone. And that's been just a fantastic journey. But I couldn't imagine doing that as a business owner on my own. The risk that's involved, I just didn't know what I didn't know. So for us, franchising makes a lot of sense, and it makes a lot of sense for a lot of people around the country. There's a lot of legislation and a lot of issues that we're here to discuss, but I'm going to focus on one. The federal legislation is called Protecting the Right to Organize Act, or the PRO Act. And it finds its foundations or history in some legislation and rulings by the National Labor Relations Board that came out of California. So what does all that gobbledygook mean? Well, the bottom line, it has to do with the joint employer situation. So what is a joint employer situation? Well, have you ever thought about it? Let's take it out of First Light for just a minute and let's think about McDonald's. If you go into a McDonald's in Washington, D.C., which they're hard to find, by the way, but there are a couple. If you go into a McDonald's in Washington, D.C., you're going to see people in uniforms that look the same or very similar to a McDonald's in St. Louis, Missouri. So one of the challenges in franchising for the franchisor, McDonald's Corporation, is to protect their brand and the power of that brand while allowing all of us who are independent business owners to be able to operate and benefit from that brand. So in our system, bringing it back to First Light, those in the support center and the corporate office, one of their biggest jobs is to protect our brand. And they give us the opportunity to help spread the First Light mission around the country and eventually around the world. But as they do that, there is this line as a franchisor they have to walk, because they can't dictate to me as an independent owner, for example, who to hire, who to fire. They can give me guidance, advice, suggestions, and we have this franchise agreement that determines what I'm going to do and what they're going to do. Same thing is true for all of you as owners. So the PRO Act would say that all we are is extensions of the corporate office. And that essentially would kill the whole idea of franchising in the United States. Don't want to alarm you, but this is something that's been going on incrementally in state legislatures for going back 40 years. California right now is where we see most of this happening, and they're having the greatest traction. But they've reintroduced federal legislation. Of course, if this were to pass, it would affect all of us. So your NAC is here this week to talk to our legislators in each of our individual states about this legislation and why they need to vote no when it comes up for a vote, and support all of us that are creating jobs, building wealth, and improving the lives of those in our community all across the U.S. You can see, hopefully, from the things that we do, there's really opportunities for all of us to make a difference, not just for your individual office, but for all of the other First Light owners. It's something that I was talking to Jeff about this morning, because he kind of nudged me a little bit when the opportunity to serve came along for me, because I'm just like you. I am so busy. I couldn't understand how I could even bother to take this up. I just felt like I had to say no. And fortunately, I listened to what my true calling and purpose is. The opportunities that have come to be able to really support you guys and grow my own business in the process has been fantastic. So if being involved with the technology platform and helping to make some of those decisions, helping all of us get better at recruiting and finding caregivers to do the hard work that we do every day, or coming here to Washington, D.C. and hanging out with some of the best people that you could imagine. These are folks at First Light are just like our family, and we feel that way about all of you. So if any of that has any appeal to you, I would really encourage you to check out being part of the NAC. We have got openings right now for 5 seats. There's 2 in the West region, 2 in the Southeast region, and 1 in the Northeast region. If you have any interest at all, or you just want to find out more about what we do, what the commitment is like, and how much fun we have when we get together, shoot me an email, drop me a line, and let me know, and I would love to talk to you about it. So as for now, I'm going to go into this building behind me and see what kind of trouble I can get into. I'm not going to shoot any video in there because of security issues, so I'm just going to say goodbye here. Thanks for joining me on the road, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye. So this is just a candid thing, and on the count of 3, you're all going to look this way, and you're going to say, cue the music. Okay. You follow me? All right, so on the count of 3, and just watch my fingers. Hang on. Sandy, for somebody who doesn't want to be in it, you're half in it. So either commit, either you're in. Okay. All right, very good. On the count of...
Cue the music.
Oh my God, that sucked. Let's try again. A whole lot more energy, like you are at a party and you're just ready to go.
On 3. Cue the music.
Very good. Okay, one more time. This time I want you to wave your arms and do all kinds of nonsense. Ready? On the count of...
Cue the music.
Oh my God, that's awesome! Thank you.